And again, thank you for joining us for Reverend Dr. Nathaniel Gadsden's Writer's Wordshop. Again, every Friday evening, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Again, this is your virtual safe space to share your poetry. Again, if you're a writer, again, if you're interested in writing, this is the place to be every Friday evening, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Again, your host, Reverend Dr. Nathaniel Gadsden, again, been on the air with some outstanding spoken word and poetry and authors for many a years. And he'll be right with us tonight. Tonight our topic's going to be friendship. So if you're a writer, if you're an author, and you had some spoken word or poetry pieces as it pertains to friendship and best friends, again, feel free and join us tonight. And again, we look forward to having you on the broadcast. So without further delay, we present to some, introduce to others, Reverend Dr. Nathaniel Gadsden. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you, Pastor. I appreciate you, Brother Thomas, all that you do.
Likewise, sir.
Thank you, man. Thank you. And I'm looking forward to this as always, the Writer's Workshop. And you never know who's going to come on and be our guest for the evening and do some poetry and all that kind of good stuff. People are always invited to do so. So if you're interested, you can always reach out to us. Just email me at pgadsden@aol.com, pgadsden@aol.com, or you can even reach out to Brother Chris Thomas, ask him about the show, and he can tell you, about how to get on and all that good stuff. We are not necessarily an exclusive group, but we are a group that are, concerned about people who want to do the right thing, come on, express themselves. We don't try to censor anybody, but we don't welcome a whole bunch of cussing and, no, uh, you know, overly sexual stuff and all that. We try to keep it clean because it's a program for all ages, and it's a family program as well. We've been around, if you don't know, the Writers Workshop itself since 1977, which just sounds incredible. The more and more I say it, but yeah, we've been around since 1977, and we're looking forward to, continuing on as God would have it, and keeping this platform open for people who want to read their works, write, meet new authors and other authors who are out here, touring, find out where the venues are, in terms of where you might be able to take your work to, the bookstores that are out there, the festivals that come up that you can be a part of, the workshops, all that kind of good stuff. Try to keep you informed and keep this platform going. So anyhow, it is so good to see you. Again, my name is Nathaniel Gadsden, and we hope that you, wherever you are in the world, as you watch this program, that you are, understand that you are blessed. And if you feel a burden, you feel down, know that there are people like myself, Brother Chris Thomas, and others who are praying for you. We may not even know who you are, but we're praying that whoever you are, that God will reach in and touch you in such a way that that burden will be lifted, and that you will see that you also have a mission. My assistant pastor, Brother Bill White, said something a long time ago. He actually did a sermon. He said, there are no unemployed Christians. Every Christian has a job to do. And, it's up to us to do that job and do that job well. There will be challenges. We already know that. The Bible already told us that. But, but he will never leave us nor forsake us, and we will get the job done. And so, just keep that in mind. So anyhow, this is one of the great gifts that God has given humankind, the gift of writing and communicating. So we hope that you will, join us. Come on, and if you're a new writer and just starting out, we welcome you. If you're a seasoned writer and you've done it all, we welcome you. We welcome everybody who just simply enjoys or is exploring the written and spoken word. Okay. So I'm going to, since I'm the only one on tonight at this point, and I know we will be joined by some others. I'm hoping to hear from Ro Brady, who is she's the head of the what do you call it? The executive editor. She's the executive editor for Black Wall Street newspaper magazine, and also we have Neil Owens, who's an outstanding author who was featured just last week down in Washington D.C. Released outside of Washington D.C. at a wonderful, I think it's called the Mahogany Bookstore, and he has a wonderful book out called Rise of the Fourth Reich. And then who else? Oh, well, so many people. Dr. Dan Snowden, my sister out of New York City, Lucille Powder. We haven't heard from Wendy Noche Onya in a while, and I need to give her a call, see how she's making out. She's an outstanding writer. And then you have, her son Taff, who just graduated from college. Go ahead, Taff. All right, man. Down in Philadelphia, he went to a culinary school and got a chance to travel and, go to Europe or Italy, somewhere he went. It might have been Paris, I forget. But anyhow, really proud of Taff Noche Onye, the 6'7" brother who knows how to write and just a dynamic young man. And so anyhow, proud of him. And then just all the other people that have come on, throughout the years. They pop on and off. Maria Chow, and I know I'm missing a whole bunch of people, but anyhow, for everybody that comes on the Wordshop and has been supporting this, thank you. Thank you for what you've done. Thank you for who you are. So we lost a wonderful poet in our midst. His name, Marty Esworthy. Marty was the one who started the Almost Uptown Poetry Cartel, and he was very instrumental in a number of different poetry venues, and he was an outstanding poet himself. And Marty, transitioned. I first met Marty when I came back from college, and he was on the scene doing his thing, and I joined in, and they had other guys who were out there. Can't even call some of the names at this point. I'm looking right at them, but it'll hit me in a minute. But anyhow, Marty was the guy who was like the glue. He really, got it going. He didn't try to hog the spotlight or anything like that. He just simply, created platforms and nurtured poets in this area. And he transitioned about 2 weeks ago. And I was really glad to see so many poets in particular respond, different writers of all genres respond, and also, lift him up with fond memories. And a lot of great posts on Facebook. They did a lot of great posts. And so I responded to a few of them there. And, my condolences to his family. Marty made his mark, and he will certainly be missed by many. And so anyhow, we have a lot of other great writers in our midst who have passed on. I think of Will Pollard, who was one of my mentors back in the day. Will Pollard was out of Stilton, Pennsylvania, and he became a national figure with his writings. Mr. Pollard had to be close to 80 if he wasn't in his 80s when he transitioned. And he was a real friend of the Writers' Workshop in any venue. And a great writer. He's a very great writer, very technical, very good. He did something, I think he said poetry from, what is it called? It's in Stilton, something Hill in Stilton, Cottage Hill. I think that's what he said, poetry from Cottage Hill in Stilton. And he had stories to tell. He had a booming voice. He had sort of a James Earl Jones voice. And he tells the story of when he was on the radio. A lot of white folks back in the day thought that he was white. And when he showed up for this one, I'm just gonna say VFW, I'm not sure that's what it was, but it was a group that wanted him to come in, and he, arranged for him to come in, and he never said, well, it's me. And so he, went there, and they thought he was just coming for the poetry and stuff, and they were kind of looking at him like you're out of place anyhow. And then when they introduced him, he got up and he was the one. He said they literally ran him out of there. They were so upset that this black man was really the voice, was this William Pollard, this distinguished person that was on, the radio. Couldn't be him. He tells that story, and it's a powerful story. And we've also had other people, transition when I think about it, people who really made their mark. So I won't go there, but, yeah, there's a lot. So they said that whenever a person dies, it's sort of like, a library burning down. When an ancestor passes on, they take a lot of their stories and experiences with them. And so it's important that we do talk with one another, and that we do chronicle and relate the stories of our ancestors, our elders, before they become ancestors. And not only just our elders, but just our people in general. Talk to people, learn their stories of history, and share yours. And, maybe we can pass things down through the generations that will help us all be, better people. I know there's a lot of young folks out there right now who are kind of lost, and some elderly people too. So let's not just put it on the young people, and making really a lot of bad mistakes, taking lives, involving themselves in the criminal justice system, opting out, saying they don't care about this or about that, being very disrespectful. There's one thing on Facebook that, there's so much on Facebook, but this is one thing that I'm sure many of you saw, where they were having a little, it looked like a kindergarten graduation. And, you know, the woman gets up and she said, hello, boys and girls. She's talking to them. And all the kids are sitting there looking so nice. And the one little boys told her, oh, shut the F up. I mean, just screamed it out very clearly, you know. And it wasn't the F up, as you know. I mean, he just, yeah. And so she said, oh, my goodness. She said, are we going to have to remove you? And he said, shut up, B. Called her the B word. And then next thing you know, a parent came up and snatched him up. I think that was his mom was dad. I forget exactly who. But someone snatched him up and took him up out of there. So where did he learn that from? He's a little kindergartner here. Looked like he couldn't have been any more than the kindergartner. And he learned how to say very, very clearly, you know, shut the F up. And then, you know, oh, shut up, B. And it's like, come on now. So we got some work to do, you know, in these homes and these families. And having said that, let me just say very quickly, before we get on to the work today of the Writers Workshop, and that is that, you know, my wife created what's called Life Esteem, and Life Esteem Holistic Health and Wellness Center, the Life Esteem Training Center, and our church is called Life Esteem Ministries. And, you know, through that, we do family programs that are funded through the county and been doing them for years. And so my wife, Patricia Gadsden, you know, who founded these programs and then nurtured the relationship with Dauphin County Drug and Alcohol Agency, who receives the funding. We have 3 programs that will be coming again in the fall. It'll probably be mid to late September or early October. But those programs are Celebrating Families. It's a 16 session program. And we used to do it one a week. And now we do twice a week. So it's more like 8 weeks, but it's 16 sessions. And it has a drug and alcohol component to it, but it's all about parenting and having a safe family, a family that is, you know, bonded together. We also have what's called Strengthening Families, and that's a lot around communication, how we communicate with one another, how we relate to one another, children, and, you know, all that comes into play. And then also another one is called Strong African American Families, and it's a wonderful program, one of my favorites because it has so many great interactive parts to it, and it has little videos that you show in between your lessons, and these actors, you know, are acting out a scene from, you know, working with their families, working with the children in the families, working with teens, all of that. It's really powerful stuff. So anyhow, all 3 of those programs are called evidence-based programs. That means they've been tried and tested and proven to be very effective. And we have them right here in the Harrisburg area under the banner of Life Esteem Ministries. And all of our facilitators are people that have high quality, you know, decorated people like Lillian Bates, who's just involved in everything. And she has 3 wonderful daughters, all of which have their master's degrees, all of whom are doing tremendous work, you know, in the community or wherever they live. Because one lives, I think, in Qatar, you know, in the Middle East, and she works for University of Pittsburgh and travels all over the world. It's amazing stuff. The other daughter is she was, and think she probably still is, high school guidance counselor, I think, down in Virginia. And then the other daughter is she works for drug and alcohol, and she, like I said, has a master's degree in human services. The others have them in social work, I believe. But anyhow, just great families. Then we have people like Pearl Sweeting. Pearl Sweeting was a 27-year veteran, of 28 years of the state troopers. She was a state trooper for 27, 28 years. One of the first female state troopers in the state of Pennsylvania. And of course, one of the first female African-American female troopers, you know, in the state of Pennsylvania. And Pearl's a very knowledgeable person. We do a lot of work together. And then, you know, I can go on and on and on. Different people. Terry Martinez, she does the coordinating of these programs, and she does a fantastic job. And then we have others who are involved, so I don't want to keep on going. But just everybody that's involved in the program are outstanding people, and they've gone through the paces to be where they are. So if you're interested with that, again, you can always call my wife, Patricia Gadsden. You can call her at 717-608-2302, 717-608-2302, and tell Patricia that you're interested in the family programs, whether it be Celebrating Families, Strengthening Families, or Strong African-American Families, and she can run down what you do. The other thing I want to tell you about real quickly, too, is that through Life Esteem, we do a television program that comes on Sunday mornings on CBS affiliate WHP TV 21 here in the Harrisburg area. We've been doing this particular program for over 30 years. We've been with WHP TV 21 for a number of years. And, you know, it's an early morning program, Sunday morning, but we set the VCR and we tape them. And then we put them on Facebook and all that good stuff. But the show program comes on, like I said, 6 a.m. on a Sunday morning. And I am always amazed at how many people get up and watch the program. And it's very informative. It's just talking about, you know, people are doing great things in our community. People like Brother Chris Thomas and his wife, Melissa, they've been on. And, you know, we talked about this wonderful station that's been created here in our community. And, oh, wow, this is a good picture of us right there. Okay. And I think the two men, at least one of them, represent, I believe, the Sickle Cell Council. And then there's Aisha Noor. She was, I think, with Hershey Foods at that time. And on the far right is myself. And then my wife is sitting right next to me. That's Patricia. But anyhow, that's the program. Yeah, we enjoy doing that program. It comes on weekly. So anyhow, that's what we do. And we try to, you know, keep things moving. So this is the Writers Workshop. So let me get down to business with that. And Brother Chris Thomas, if you don't know, always comes up with about 4 videos that we show throughout the program. He researches and, you know, finds some outstanding, you know, poets, spoken word artists. And so I'm going to look at the time here. I'm going to ask him, I think, to do our first video for the night at 7:19 or 7:20. And we'll do our first video for the night. Okay, here we go.
What's up? This is a poem I wrote for all my friends that helped me in rehab. And for anybody out there that's struggling with the same disease, just know it gets better. I used to love. I used to not be broken. Until I had to use to love and use to not feel broken. A kid who couldn't fit into society, cringing, knowing of the demon lurking inside of me, that side of me that friends and family could not see. Not if I wanted them to like me, not if I wanted them to love me. They just couldn't understand how I could claim to be a man when I can't even handle emotion without pushing dope in. You guys don't have this affliction, so you guys can't fix him. You'd crawl out of your skin if you knew the real him, let alone his addiction. And of course you tell me that you love me, you have to. But if you lie as much as I do, I know those words to not be true. A 29 gauge 1cc, that's the only thing that gets to see inside of me. But now even she's rejecting me. The one thing I loved is even turned on me. She turned out to be my biggest enemy. She took everything, my family, self-worth, life purpose, my whole identity. It's sickening what she did to me. Not even I want to get rid of me. Until that day came where I felt naked, lonely, and exposed to the world for what I really am. Sick. So what are you going to do, Nick? You going to end it? Try to quit? Going to look for the answer at the bottom of a fifth? Nah, you should find the strength to fight. Because you're going to die. Do it tonight, because it may be your last chance to make things right. Take your first step towards the light. You need to book that flight. So I did it. Booked a one-way ticket, LAX to Detroit. Tied off one last time, one last shot, one last joint. My sister calls, said they got an open bed at Arrowhead. Are you ready to go? I replied, I don't know. I can't cope without dope. I'm having serious doubts. She said, Nick, I'm serious. I'm on my way now. We'll figure it out. Now I'm in the car with my sister and my mother. A silent drive up 75. My mom's probably thinking, you motherfucker. I didn't raise you like this. How'd you become such a piece of shit? But she didn't say any of this. She said, I love you, and left me with a kiss. So I walk in, sweaty hands and a cold heart. The self-hatred kicks in as soon as the assessment starts. All I can think of is what's this nurse thinking of me? I bet I could guess that I'm ugly, too skinny, and probably depressed. And I'm not mad. She's actually kind of right. She's my age and RN. She probably has a happy, normal life. And that's when it dawned on me, I'm gonna be alone and sober tonight. I wish I could take this all back. I'm not ready. Cold, shaky, sweaty, limbs feel so heavy. I don't think I can do it. I can't hold this puking. I'm dreaming of using this nightmare's too lucid. I screamed I am doomed. Then I arrive in my unit. And I'm starting to feel insane. Hurry up with these pills, doc. I'm starting to feel the pain. Thank God they got a TV room. Maybe that'll keep me out of my brain. And there's a few people in there, but I have no choice. Because if I go to my room, I'll be attacked by that voice. that tells me I'm shit, that I'm a junkie, a bitch, that I'm a crackhead, just quit. But I step in and sit down, eyes to the ground. Maybe no one had even noticed I'm around. But the few people in there, they inquired and smiled. Asked why I'm here, what drugs did I do? And I told them the truth, and they said, yeah, me too. I thought that was cool because these people seemed happy, gave me a little bit of hope for my reality. The next day comes, I'm feeling shitty, but I need a smoke, just one drag. So I grabbed my bag containing my fake emotions, fake smile, and my plastic mask. But before I could put them on, there was a knock on my door. Some chick in scrubs said she needed to take my vitals. She talked to me, she seemed to care. Whoa, did I just smile? My heart knew she was sincere. Saddest thing is, it's the most human connection I'd felt in years. I walked out of the room the next day, seeing the people from the night before. They came right up to me with this beautiful energy, just to say good morning. Throughout the day, this process kept going. The staff, the patients, everyone seemed to care. It caught me off guard because these people didn't know me. Well, they didn't know my name, but each one of them, all these people, they all knew my pain. And just when I tend to find no means to an end, every person in that building offered to lend a helping hand to a desperate man that they could all understand. And I'll be damned that every one of them flooded him with love and hugs without making him feel like he was bugging him. They all showed me a world where I had the friends I deserved, helped bring me to the conclusion that the Nick I've been seeing was just an illusion. And I did have a fear of losing him, but we would never truly part, because each one of them people will forever be a part of my heart. Now I look in the mirror every day I wake up, but that voice flees like a coward, he shuts the fuck up. I came in, beat by my addiction, I had thrown the towel in. But today I will win, because now I don't fight alone, I fight with love and with friends. 13 days sober today. Thank you for everybody who's helped me get to where I am.
Yeah. I say congratulations to that brother. 13, what did you say, 13 years or 13 days? I forget exactly what you said. But it's
13
clean.
days, Reverend Gaston. And my apologies for the metaphors in that one, but I thought it was a great piece nonetheless.
It was a great piece. And, I'll say to the public, when we say we don't encourage a lot of, curse and stuff like that, but every now and then, a poet comes along for a few words, and he had a few words that were placed and germane to the poem, expressing the anger. And quite frankly, I thought it was appropriate. Some people don't like the language, but it wasn't just gratuitous or just out of place. That was a really well put together piece. So appreciate you, Brother Chris. Thank you. And hope no one was offended out there. Hope you weren't. But anyhow, did you catch the young man's name, Chris? Brother Chris? He may have moved on. Okay. Well, I have a book here. It's called, Stories of African American Struggles, Achievements, the African American Struggles and Achievements that Feed the Soul. And this is, my little book here. And I did a number of articles for the Black Wall Street, news magazine that comes out. And it's local here in Harrisburg, but Black Wall Street is further than just Harrisburg. It extends throughout. And okay, Nick Saba. I'm not sure how to say the last name, but Brother Nick, you're very good, man. So I appreciate that poet. Very thoughtful piece, a long piece that, he put some real effort into. Thank you, Chris. So read this piece here. We have a wonderful organization called the NAACP AXO program. And it's an Olympics of the mind is what they call it. Locally, we have persons who compete on the local level for some 32 to 33 different categories. And if they win at the local level, a gold medal, and only one person can receive a gold, one person a silver, one person a bronze. If they receive a gold medal, which means you have a score of, I think, 95, it's either 95 to 100, or 96, I think it is, to 100, 96 to 100. That equals, the gold. And then I believe it's 90 to 95 is the silver. And then 86 to 90, 89, 90 is the bronze. So anyhow, something like that. But we've had a wonderful, stellar program here in the Harrisburg area, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Thanks to the leadership of Brother Cobber Brunson, who's really poured his heart and soul into this. And I'm pleased to be on board with him as the chair of the AXO judges. And then his daughter, who is Damali Brunson, she is a graduate of Westchester State College and got a master's and all that good stuff, and had competed in AXO back when she was in high school, because this program is for young people grades 9 through 12, grades 9 through 12. And so just a couple weeks ago, in fact, it was from the 10th through the 14th of July, 10th through the 14th, the National AXO program took place in Las Vegas, Nevada. And they said it was an excellent venue and just a wonderful gathering of people. You have hundreds of folks, at least 800 contestants, students that is, and then you have all the chaperones and other persons that are involved, parents and all. And so they have a few thousand people out there to go out and really support this program. We didn't have a winner in any of the categories this year from Harrisburg. We had, what is it? I think we had how many? In fact, let me tell my son here. I see he's calling me, and I'll let him know I'm calling him right back. Yeah, we have a lot of young people went out. I think there was 12 who qualified to go, but only 8 actually went. I think 4 of them decided not to go for whatever reasons, and so they didn't compete. But of the 8 that did go, we had one young lady that did win a $10,000 scholarship by the last name of Mabella. And her sister, a couple years ago, had won the same scholarship. And the scholarship was given by Napita Nyong'o, who played in Black Panther. She also, she's been in many things. She won an Oscar for 10 years, 12 years a slave, and so anyhow, she put up over $500,000 and allowed some 40 young women from around this country to win $10,000 scholarships. They had to write an essay, and that essay had to address a particular topic. And based on the essay, like I said, the young lady here from Harrisburg won. And that makes the 3rd person in a row that has won from Harrisburg this $10,000 scholarship. The one young lady, the sister of Mabella, she's out in Pittsburgh, and I believe she's at Carnegie Mellon, or maybe she's at University of Pittsburgh. But then we have another young lady who won last year. She's at Howard University in Washington, D.C., where Kamala Harris attended and graduated. And then we have the young lady this year who is a senior in high school. She'll be going away to college, and she's not sure exactly where she's going at this point. But maybe she is. I don't know, exactly where. But yeah, so we're really proud of all the young people who went and competed. But at the same time, we know they're going to go and do bigger and better things. Hey, I'm going to read this piece out of this book here. This is something that I wrote in dedication to our AXO program and Mr. Cobber Brunson. It's a long piece, but not real long. It says, Olympics of the Mind, the NAACP AXO. To some, it is the best kept secret in America. To others, it is an opportunity that has already had a major impact on their lives. The NAACP AXO competition, founded in 1978 by author and journalist Vernon Jarrett, is intended to provide recognition to young students of African descent and students of color who demonstrate academic, scientific, and artistic achievement in one of 33 different categories of competition. The AXO program is an enrichment program. So over the course of each year, students work with local volunteer instructors and mentors to develop projects and sharpen their skills to participate in enrichment opportunities, including workshops, tutorials, and field trips specific to their competitions. The local competitions and ceremonies showcase the results of the students' hard work. Competition winners receive medals and prizes provided by local and regional sponsors and contributors. The local gold medalists are eligible to advance to the national competition and have the opportunity to win a medal, receive scholarships, and other rewards provided by the national sponsors. The Greater Harrisburg NAACP AXO program, directed by Mr. Carver Brunson, has a long, rich history, excuse me, in this competition that dates back to the 1990s and continues today. In recent years, the Greater Harrisburg NAACP AXO program has produced 3 national medal winners and one, at this time when I wrote it, $10,000 national scholarship and award winner. Actually, that's 3 now. So in 2020, poet London McLean, currently a freshman at Indiana University of Pennsylvania, she won a bronze medal in the poetry written category. In 2022, Madison Stokes, currently a freshman at Chatham University, won a gold medal in the medicine category, a gold medal. Also in 2022, Tasani Adewonga, currently a senior at Milton Hershey School, won a bronze medal in the traditional dance category. Another student, Danelle Mubala, currently a freshman at the University of Pittsburgh, won a $10,000 scholarship for an essay she wrote for the AXO competition. So the scholarship was sponsored by the Oscar-winning actress, Lupita Nyong'o, who is best known for her roles in the movies 12 Years a Slave and Black Panther. Danelle Mubala was one of 40 young women selected from around the country to receive the scholarship. The local and national NAACP AXO competition for 2023 are fast approaching, and that's already gone, come and gone, of course. Students in grades 9 through 12 are encouraged to apply. All area school districts will be notified of the local competition's student application process, mentoring opportunities, date and times of the competition, and categories that the students can compete in. Interested students should check with the main office in their school, to inquire if the school has applications or if there is an AXO coordinator in their building. All interested persons can go to the Greater Harrisburg NAACP AXO competition or the webpage, forgive me, and look up Harrisburg, PA, AXO, and register for the 2024 competition. And those of you who already did all that, you know the difference, right? So if you're listening for the first time, and we're telling you about how to get involved with NAACP AXO, it says all interested persons can go to the Greater Harrisburg NAACP AXO webpage, Harrisburg, PA, AXO, and yeah. And one of the things that we have to remember is you have to register, and you have to register on time, and then you have to know where your competition in your area is being held, okay? And you want to make sure you get on time, get there on time, make sure your submissions are submitted on a timely basis, because all these things, if not done right, can knock you out, and it's a wonderful opportunity. It says participating students can select up to 3 categories to compete in. There are 6 major areas of competition. There's STEM, which is science and technology, engineering and math. Again, STEM is science and technology, engineering and math. Humanities, the performing arts. There's the visual arts, business, and culinary. So the categories are listed under each major selected. Let me say it again. Once categories have registered and selected their areas of interest, they will be notified by the AXO committee to make sure that they and their parents have completed all required paperwork and answered any questions that they have. So since its inception, almost 400,000 young people have participated in the AXO program, and more than 900 gold medals have been awarded to youth from around the United States. Some of the notable AXO alumni are actor Anthony Anderson, Blackish, singers Lauryn Hill and Alicia Keys, astronaut Mae Jemison, movie director John Singleton, singer Michelle Williams, rapper Kanye West, I selected that, but it says actress Jada Pinkett Smith and singer actress Jennifer Hudson, all those people that I just mentioned participated in the actual program. And most of them did not win in that particular category. It says, as chairpersons of the local judges committee, I'm asking our adult community to support the NAACP program goals for AXO, which are the promotion of classroom and after-school excellence, recognize academic achievement among our youth, are on par with the recognition awarded to the athletes to provide and assist students with the necessary skills and tools to establish goals. And then it also says here, let me see, having read this article, you're now a mandated supporter of the Greater Harrisburg NAACP AXO program. You are mandated to encourage as many students as you can to participate in this excellent competition. Thank you for your service. All right. And so that's just a little reflection I wrote, stumbled over it there a little bit, but just something about Mr. Calvin Brunson, the AXO program, and why it's so important. And it is important, because of platforms like this. Excuse me. Anyone else on at this point? In fact, I can kind of tell. Look like I'm the only one smoking here tonight. And what I will do is I will lift up a little mind poetry as well. I haven't written a whole lot lately, but I am going to dedicate myself to do that. This is one of them. One of my books, like I said, is mostly essay, but there's some poems in here as well. In fact, I'll read something from this. And this book, you can find on Amazon and all that kind of good stuff. And I'm pretty proud of this project. Okay. So I do have some poetry sprinkled throughout. A lot of it I've read, many times before. But I will find a piece and read it to you. And again, I want to thank my sister for coming on and, doing what she does so well, and that is Ro Brady. I want to thank her. She's not on tonight right now, but whenever she does come on, she's always chock full of a lot of great information and, opportunities that we as writers can take advantage of. Plus, she has a wonderful voice as she, crafts her writings. And I just saw that piece, and I don't know why I'm not seeing it here. Let me go to table of contents. I guess that's what any reader's supposed to do, right? Table of contents here. I can't get it up. There we go. All right. So let's see what it says here. Let the word be heard, Kwanzaa. Okay. Yeah, during our trip to South Africa. In fact, we have some upcoming events that I hope that if you are not a part of my inner circle, you become a part of it, because it will help you understand, some of the things that are going on in the community and why we protest so hard and fight so much to get justice whenever someone we feel is done unjustly. A young man out there by himself, bag of Skittles, and this vigilante decides to try to stop him, pin him down, and one of them gets shot. Guess who? And it's the young man is just a tragedy, and this guy's now still living and got 3 hots in a cot, as they say, in the penal system. Who's paying for that? We are. So anyhow, good stuff. So where's that piece I was trying to find here? Protest repercussions. Okay. There's a piece here called She Grabbed Me. That's on page 55. And I will try to point that one out to you. Yeah. Okay, let the word be heard also is another piece, and that's on page 29. So see, okay. Did she grab me? 55. And then the other one is on 20 or 21, I think it was. Okay. Anyhow, let's find the first one, page 55. And I'll simply read this to you. And this is a reflection of a wonderful organization we got a chance to travel to South Africa with, and we wanted to go with the founder, but the ducats were never right until they were right, and by the time we got a chance to actually go and, spend some time and some money there, the founder, she had died. And that was, sad, because she was taking people back and forth to the continent many a year. And she just got struck by the story of Nelson Mandela and all that he had to endure. So when she went through something, she was like, hey, if he can do it, I can do it too. It says that Shirley Chisholm, the first African American woman to serve in the United States House of Representatives on July 13th, 1972, at the Democratic National Convention in Miami Beach, Florida, was nominated for the presidency of the United States of America. This was a bold and this was bold and dangerous move for the Brooklyn-born Barbados Caribbean American Congresswoman when she first announced her candidacy for the presidency in January 1972. Both members of the Black and white political establishments spoke out against her candidacy. No black person in modern times had made a serious attempt to become president of the United States, and especially not a Black woman. Well, Shirley Caesar was fearless and tireless in her pursuit to be a change agent for the betterment of all people, especially people of color. She was elected in the United States House of Representatives from Brooklyn, New York in 1968. The same year that the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And Robert F. Kennedy were assassinated. I think I'll just stop there because there's a lot. Some of these pieces are a little bit long, and I don't want to bore you with those. But I will say this last part here. It says, Shirley Chisholm had many accomplishments during her storied career. She was one of the founders of the Congressional Black Caucus in 1969 and the National Women's Political Caucus in 1971. She fought against police brutality and drug abuse. In her second autobiography, The Good Fight, published in 1973, Chisholm reflected on her campaign to be president of the United States and said, I ran for the presidency despite hopeless odds to demonstrate the sheer will and refusal to accept the status quo because of her tireless and fearless spirit and reputation as a renowned renegade. The citizens of Brooklyn and New York selected her to 7 terms. 7 terms in Congress. That means she was doing something right, y'all. She was elected 7 times in Congress. And by the way, if you did not see the movie, please check it out. Well written, well acted. It's about Shirley Chisholm. It's on Netflix, I believe, and it's well worth it. My wife and I watched it, and we were really blown away by a lot of what we learned about her, but also just how well the production was. Really well done. So, check that out, whatever we do. Hey, listen, again, this is the Writers Workshop, and, I wish I had a few more folks on tonight with me to kind of, talk about some things, and especially listen to their writings and all that. It's always a lot of fun, but we're here doing what we do. And I'm going to ask Brother Chris, if he doesn't mind, bringing up the second video of the night, and then we'll look at that and maybe do a little dissecting of it, okay?
It's like, dear, true friend, it is amazing how beautiful you are, yet you choose to love those who are blind. It is amazing how many times the last time was the last time. I'm so used to hearing those words come from your mouth. It's a favorite pastime, and every time you lose a piece of your heart, flat lines, but yet I'm there to lift you back up every half time. See, how you claim to hate drama but choose to date the same type of guys. It's like, why did you even leave the last relationship if you're gonna choose to hear the same type of lies? And I ain't even hating on them, so please, let's not confuse this letter. I mean, why should they appreciate you if you don't even appreciate you enough to know that you could do better? I mean, like, yo, you hit me up like, I can't do this no more. I know, I need to leave. Then the next day, I'm scrolling through my news feed on IG to see who, you, captioning pics, my baby, all I'll ever need. Is it just me? We all got that one friend that claims they hate drama, but come on, no, you must. You deal with the same drama over and over and over before saying enough's enough. But the real truth is, I know that you hate sleeping by yourself, but love is not something that you can buy yourself, and you would be fine yourself if you took time to find yourself, took time to remind yourself you don't need a man to help define yourself. I look at you and I see more than your physical assets. I see more than a thick girl in a bad dress. I see more than living at your address and using you for your bank account balance. But no matter how many mores I see, you will never see it too. Your personal choices are a horror film, and I refuse to see it through. Until you realize that inside and out you are beautiful, this movie will never end with me being cool with you. And just because you allow them to waste your time does not mean I can allow you to waste mine. And you can hate me for leaving, that's fine, but goodbye in my eyes is better than once again having to watch you cry. So in conclusion, since you're choosing to live in an illusion, since you're choosing to deal with drama and confusion, since you won't learn to love yourself before loving another human, my solution is goodbye. I wish we could have been more. Sincerely yours, a true friend.
I like a lot about that particular presentation. I mean, the way he shot it, black silhouette, he has on a black shirt with a black background, really blended nicely. You just see his hands and his face. I like his poetry very much. The rhyming, it's called spoken word, But anyhow, he did a great job with that piece, I thought. And good find, Brother Chris, real good find. Yeah. And notice no cursing at all. This is what it is. Both the poems we served were very powerful in their own way, in their own way. And so, good find. And I like the fact we have some men on tonight, who are doing that thing. So that's good too. Very good. Anyhow, Brother Chris, thank you so much again. Hey, listen, this workshop thing that we do, we have a listing of things coming up. And oh my goodness, I think I actually left my piece. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Sister Nicole Wilkerson had pulled together a nice little flyer for us. Just something small to pass out at one of the Kwanzaa events. And in fact, here it is. Hey. And so just pass out at the latest, what was that we just celebrated? When now? Oh, the night out. That's right, National Night Out. And so we're going to pass these out for National Night Out, which got rained out, unfortunately, for the Harrisburg area. But a lot of people stayed, I understand, and still took advantage of it. But we simply call this upcoming events. And it's the Writer's Wordshop on Life Esteem. It says September the 21st, remembering what we can't forget, a personal perspective of our civil rights tour, featuring myself and I'm pastor of Life Esteem Ministries, and Miss Patricia Gadsden, my wife, Executive Director of Life Esteem Holistic Health and Wellness Center, located at 900 South Arlington Avenue, from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. That's going to take place, and that's our reflection of what we saw, in that Southern States tour. It was very powerful. Hats off to Messiah University, especially Dr. Drew Hart, Dr. Brian Smith. Those two persons in particular worked their tails off to get this grant, and the grant they received was for 1.5 million, I believe. And so for the last 2 years, and then this year plus next year, we will complete the second cohort that travel down south, listen to a lot of speakers here in Harrisburg, in the Mechanicsburg area. Listen to a lot of stuff that's going on today, not just waiting for next week sometime. No, it's happening right now. And so folks are being given an opportunity to go to that next level. A lot of times there are cash prizes associated with these kind of competitions, and then sometimes it's not, but the contacts that you make, the notoriety that you get from being recognized recognized as an outstanding poet, excuse me, here in the Harrisburg area, really works well. So don't sleep on these things. If you hear about them, you know, take advantage by finding out more about it. It may be for you, maybe not. I don't jump into every sport or every opportunity that comes along, especially now that I'm out of shape and everything. But back in the day, you know, try to jump in a little bit of everything because I enjoy playing sports, but you know, you can't do it all. But anyhow, then we said on December the 12th, that's our International Storytelling Festival. I'm sorry, October, I said December. October the 12th, International Storytelling Festival. And that's TBA, to be announced, and we will announce that soon. Skip all the way down to October 26th, Trunk or Treat. We have got to find a venue that's willing to let us come in and do it. You know, we had I thought a very, you know, well planned out plan in terms of where we'll be and all that kind of stuff. But a lot of those doors are closed on, you know, October the 12th for a lot of different reasons. And so we just go with the flow, you know, sit back and cry about spilled milk. What we do is ask God for more milk, you know. So we're not gonna sit around and cry. On October 26th, trunk or treat. November the 16th, poetry and pastries, 10 a.m. 12 noon. We're gonna do poetry again and pastries, which was one of my favorite shows, programs. December the 14th, we have our annual Kwanzaa celebration. That's from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And then rounding it out, excuse me, is a Christmas party with toys for tots giveaway. That's from 12 noon to 4 p.m. at 900 South Arlington Avenue. Okay, 900 South Arlington Avenue, and just put down the Writers Wordshop. You heard it right. Yep, Writers Wordshop. And that's what we'll be doing. Okay, good stuff. Any questions, comments, any thoughts? Do you have something coming up? Anybody that's on tonight? You have anything that's coming up? All right. Good. So anyhow, those are some upcoming things, and we hope that you will take advantage of those things. You know, we work hard and trying to bring in some outstanding acts. In the past, we've had outstanding poets, and we featured storytellers. Mafelda Thomas out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, has come in. She walks with stilts. She juggles. She does a little bit of everything, and she's really, really well, you know, versed and a great artist at heart. And I'm glad to see that she has a gig, you know, a job to support that art stuff. And when I say art, I'm talking about literature too. She's a good writer, very good writer, and she does a lot of stuff with balloons and everything too. Yes, good. You know, I haven't talked to my buddy in a long time, Leela McDowell. I got to do a check-in with her a little bit later to see how she's making out and what all she's been doing. Leela used to be a correspondent here, and she introduced me to a number of people that are on TV now, you know, and also introduced me to her. No, she want to have a dog. One of them have a dog, and I'm not crazy about dogs. By the way, let me mention a wonderful guy that's been coming in town. His name is Stephen Gailey. Stephen is a professional clown. He actually toured with the Royal Circus of Canada, or the Canadian Royal Circus, based out of what is it called? Not Montreal, but anyhow, one of the cities there in Canada is where he's headquartered. But he actually lives and does most of his work in Pittsburgh. And so he takes in stray dogs, or he'll get a dog, and then he trains it how to, you know, how to be obedient in the setting, how to, you know, be with people and not get too excitable and all that kind of stuff, to listen to, you know, commands. He said, you know, walk, give me that cup, whatever. He's very sharp, and yeah, he could be a Vegas actor. I don't know, but he really has that dog trained well. You almost think to yourself, is this dog reading something? I mean, come on now, this doesn't seem possible, but no, it's a great thing when you have patience enough to do it, and then also you have the skill to know how to give that their, you know, reward and response kind of thing. You know, you do this and you get a little reward. You do that, and get a little reward. Now, if the reward is too big, you know, somebody else out there is trying to give away something, or something else comes up the surface, you know what's going to happen. Your animal's going to stop coming to you, and they're going to go to the next big thing. So you want to make sure that you are totally in control of your animal, that they know who's who's in charge here, and you don't go dipping in somebody else's stash. That's rude, but anyhow, it is what it is. So what I'm gonna do now is let me see what time it is. Yep, it's just about 8 o'clock. I'm gonna hang in here for a little bit more. It says here Christopher Thomas, Ted, you're in the post, and then you got some Reddit's Wordshop. And okay, good. I see a couple of people I need to get back in touch with here too. But anyhow, I'm gonna ask Brother Chris to play another video. And if we're not going to be joined tonight, I will read a piece or two. I'm actually extremely tired tonight, I have to admit. I've been running all day long, a couple of different things. But listen, look at this piece. This is describe friendship in one word, okay? Looking forward to this. Here we go.
A word that describes friendship for me is love. I want to say loyalty,
Trust.
authenticity.
My true friend, to the one who looks at me, sticks with me and endures me, one like no other, I thank you. Nights filled with laughter, memories to dream to, and an eagerness to be gentler, I thank you. When new chapters unfold, distance and time chaperone the void, but still my hand you choose to hold, I thank you. With you there's no need to blend, and so I thank you, for you are my true friend. As we enter a new year, let's love and cherish the friends we got, and hold on to the ones we lost. Stay thankful for it all, and watch what 2023 has to unfold.
Nice. And see, that piece is nice and short, sweet, but it makes the point. Some pieces are long, some pieces are short, but whatever you do, you do your thing and do your style. There was a book we had once where you had to write autobiography in 6 words, 6 words at a time. And so this one guy had a whole book, and he just did 6 words, and all the way through, that's what you had, But it was really an effective, interesting tool to play with. So when we had the Writers Workshop, I challenged people to do that, and we would come up with different things that we would say about ourselves, about our lives. Had to be autobiographical, but you could only use 6 words at a time. Yeah, powerful stuff, and it also brings out your creativity, of course. And some people, yeah, they really embraced it. They had some outstanding projects, if you will, that and then on the other hand, we had some folks from countries where it's a little bit more of a difficulty to get materials, writing materials, pens, paper. Just amazing. We take things for granted, but there are some people in different places where these things just don't happen like that. Very, very poor, and so we got to keep them in mind. And most times it's not, the people of color. That's sad reality. It just simply is. So I feel a cold coming on here too. I've been trying to battle this thing all day. So it is what it is. But God bless you wherever you are, and thank you for doing what you do. And whatever you do, keep getting involved, because you'd be surprised who you meet along the way, especially for somebody that's new to the form, or they're brand new because of the age or whatever it might be. They're looking for guidance, looking for someone that'll take them by the hand and help them, to become that, dishwasher, CEO, whatever it is that you're, aspiring to be. Whatever opportunities come in your way, we hope that it's all good, and that it makes, the point that God is still in control, no matter how we feel about it. He is. And, yeah, there's some sowing the wild oats. People want to get out there and jump around and do all that kind of stuff, but sometimes wild and wacky is the worst thing you can have on your side, because you so wild and so wacky, you begin to cross the lines and start insulting police officers, insulting teachers and judges and other people who can potentially have you locked up. That's something I know you don't want to do. But when people are, when we don't listen, when we're zapped and don't seem to have the strength, that's when we're really vulnerable. And when you're really vulnerable, you can be conquered. So we got to be careful about that, all right? All right. So anyhow, having said that, Brother Chris, I'm telling you, I'm running out of gas here. If there is another video, I think there is, in fact, one more video, if you could show that. And then I'm going to maybe do a little something, and then I'm just going to shut it down for the night. I'm going to have to give me a little bit of rest here. I can feel my nose stopping up, and boy, oh boy, yeah. I don't have anybody to feed off tonight. It's all good too. I probably need to cut a little bit short tonight.
Best friend. I can't pretend like we're close anymore. I can't keep lying to myself that we'll be like we once were, or never was. See, I'm no longer sure. Best friend. Where did you go? See, she deserted my side to intense the pride of an insecure guy who believes our friendship is a lie. And the sad part about it is he might have been right. Best friend. You see, that title no longer fits the description. See, things are so different, you barely acknowledge my existence. You are who I'm missing, but now you're just missing. Somewhere lost in the distance beyond recognition. Best friend. Now you're just a stranger. You're no longer someone I can count on in times of anger or danger. Best friend. You're Miami abbreviated and I hate it. I guess 14-year friendships are overrated. Best friend. You see, I would give you an E for effort, but that would mean you've been trying, and that would be lying. I thought you'd call if I was dying. How would you know? Yeah, and you can say that statement was an abstract exaggeration, but it happened and you were nowhere to be found. Is it because I'm already dead to you now? Best friend. What did it even represent? If over a relationship you can let our friendship end. You see, to me it doesn't make any sense, but if that's how it is, go be with him then. Since that's all you care to defend, I guess I can no longer call you my best friend.
Huh. Cool. Real cool. Yeah. It's amazing how some of these poets, they just have that knack of putting it all together. And the video, while it was, shot, very simply shot, it was impactful. His presence on the screen, I thought was powerful. And, he had a good poem there. He had some real good questions for the so-called best friend. Yeah. Hey, tomorrow over at Goodwin Memorial Baptist Church and also St. Paul's Episcopal Church, they're going to have a combined effort tomorrow from 11 until 3. Vendors of all types, fun for the whole family, different things going on. We hope to be there. We be in Life Esteem, and also there's also what else was I going to say? Oh, this other activities, food vendors and stuff like that. Life Esteem will be there, and so will the Writers Wordshop. We'll both be there. Different ways and forms. In Dauphin County, I know is going to be there too. My wife is going to be helping to man one of the tables that they have for their youth, what do you call it? Systems of care, community forum is what I'm gonna call it. They do that the second Thursday of every month. So they had it yesterday, was the first was the second Thursday of the month, just be in August. So anyhow, there's a lot going on. And I'm sure that you may have some things to do, but if you don't, come on out to St. Paul's Episcopal Church and also Goodwin Memorial Baptist Church and have yourself some fun. We'll be giving out literature and information about upcoming events. So yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. So Brother Chris, if I could have you come back on real quick. Hey, this is that Brazil. How you doing?
1 second.
All right, okay, I hear you. I was getting ready to shut it down. I'm so glad you popped up.
Right. Y'all hearing me?
Yeah, I hear you. Nice and loud. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, I hear you loud and clear. Yep. Yeah. You seem like you have a dark silhouette back there.
Yeah. I'm in a different location because remember I had to move. So
Okay. Yeah.
I
How you doing with the move?
it was good. I'm staying by some friends of mine, some good friends of mine from the church until I can get my own stuff together.
Sure. Yeah, sure. Well, I'm glad you're landing on your feet. I know that was worrisome and, you had to do a lot of work behind the scenes there. But
Yeah,
God bless you. Yeah, so hang in there. Yes, indeed,
yeah,
hang in. Yeah, good to see you.
same here.
And do you have something to read tonight?
Yeah, yeah, I
Okay,
had some pieces.
good, good, good. I'm looking forward to a new voice. I'm
Yeah,
gonna know here. But
yeah.
take it away if you have something that you can share.
All
You want to
right,
set it
sure.
up or just tell us at the end, okay?
All right. I can't remember if I did this one. Um, did I ever read It's a Sister Thing? Did I?
I don't remember that, but why don't you read it? Even if I heard it before, I'm gonna appreciate it, so,
All right.
okay.
It's called It's a Sister Thing. Bold. She's cute. Just being her, doing her. She's rhythm with some rhyme. Golden sun shines on her behind. She strides with melanin flavor that captures her chocolate skin. Capture hearts. She is on her game, making waves like ocean seas. She's high and low, up and down. She's like the brown sand that her footprints walked and spelled her name, imprinted the palm of her hands. Her spirit moves in motion to sweet radiance of her strides that kept her stepping high on hinds feet like angels' wings that made her fly high to her beat. Her song and her voice echoes her triumph and victories of a Black woman, a sister that holds her dear. She remembers her days when her name was not her name, when her skin was not her skin, when her voice was not her voice, because she was not a sister. She stripped herself from the ignorance of self, binding and loosing to set self free. She chanted her song to save herself. It's a sister thing, she said. Only sister understands the struggles. Only sisters know her thing and her movement. Only a sister greets a sister because her melanin never stops flowing.
Wow. That's pretty strong piece. That's very good.
Thanks.
Yeah. How long ago did you write that?
That one wasn't today, but the ones that I'm going to talk about, I did 3 today. So
Excellent.
this one was
Excellent.
written 2 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
We had a conference in work, and one of the ladies in the conference had a bag, and the bag wrote, "It's a sister thing." And I said, okay, that's a poetry
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Very good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very well said.
Yeah.
Thank you. So now what kind of job what do you do?
Admin assistant.
Okay. So we're
Yeah.
gonna agency. That's what I should ask.
For the school, SUNY Westbury University.
Oh, okay.
Admin assistant. Trainee. I'm a trainee now, but October, I hope that I'm praying that I'll be fully in the position.
Good. Wonderful.
Yeah.
That's my prayer for you.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, because when you said that and you said that was in the context of your work, I thought, boy, that's unique. That you can have that kind of creativity on display in your workplace,
Yeah.
I get it now. It's a school, so yeah, that fits right in.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. And since you have the mic, I'm gonna ask you to do another piece for us, if you don't mind.
Sure.
Mhm.
Hi, Nanette.
Hey, how
Hey,
you
there she goes.
doing?
How you doing?
Good.
Mhm.
Can't complain.
All right. Mhm.
Okay, so this one I did today, it's called the 4 cardinal points, right? So during the move with my children, now we are all, everybody is in different locations. So I look at it today and I said, wow, we are just like the cardinal points, east, west, north, and south.
Mm.
You understand? So I just wrote this piece today regarding that. And it goes like this: east, west, north, and south. That's how I see it. We were drifted and placed in different directions, different focus, different scenes. Not that we knew what was to take place, but it's life. It's a strange arrow that pointed out our destiny. One by one shifted us with the winds of change. We still couldn't find it, couldn't find our space, the space that connected our open doors. But we are still floating in the air with no base, no solid ground to stand, purpose driven, but somehow our dreams were caught up in webs that tried to choke us. It's a long road to recovery. As we embrace ourselves to fall, we held on to anything that can help us focus. We can't give directions to anyone when we need it ourselves. Did the cock crow trying to wake us up from this nightmare? Or did he just sat there and stare? I guess we have to figure out our paths, as our arrows didn't give us any directions.
Yeah, right. All of a sudden, everything went blank, not blank, but another screen was up, and I'm like, "What's going on there?" I heard you loud and clear, but I couldn't see you, either one of you. But I'm back. Thank God it didn't pop off. That's a good piece, though.
Yeah, it was.
Thank you.
Mhm.
So as I say, like we are just, everybody is just
Yeah,
That's life.
scatter.
That's
Yeah.
life.
That's life. There you go. Funny as it may seem.
Yeah.
So what's going on with you?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Nashay, I couldn't say nothing. I
Well,
must be tired.
I visited the Susquehanna Museum today.
Oh,
And
how was it?
that was really nice. It was really interesting because they had some paintings and portraits of it's Carrie and C. Betty Davis, a collection of African American art.
Oh, okay.
And that was really interesting. Some of the art that he has put in that art place in us. I mean, you just have to go see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely will do
It's
that.
not going to be there too long because they do like rotate art and stuff, and it's going to be going to another museum
Yeah.
pretty soon.
When's it over? Do you know?
It's sometime in September.
Okay, good. So we still have time
Yeah.
the rest of this month then. Good.
So we went with the Savvy Seniors. We didn't have to pay for anything because
Okay.
Salvation Army takes care of everything when they take us out to
Nice.
these different places.
Wonderful.
And
Mhm.
it was only a few of us because you know that rain was pouring down.
Yes, it was.
It was
Yes, it
pouring
was.
down, and even myself, I thought, oh, should I go? Should I not? And I said, I'm gonna go because I didn't want to be in this house all day.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh man, I
So
was
I
out there
went.
early this morning and it was coming. It was coming. Ooh.
And you know the Susquehanna Arts Museum used to be a bank.
That's right.
So they still got that big vault,
Yeah.
the vault in there. And boy, is that thing heavy. I never actually saw a vault in a bank.
Yeah.
But I mean, you'd have to use explosives to get into it if you wanted to break in it.
Well, believe me, I have no aspirations of breaking into the bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I hear you. And I have seen that door. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Yeah, they're
There was
serious.
some interesting artwork in there.
Good
Not
stuff.
only his, but other people and stuff.
Yeah, you're the second person to tell me about it, and I definitely want to go see that. Yeah, we're losing the art gallery, the Black Art Gallery down on Second on us. Was that Third Street? Right down from there.
Yeah,
And,
1400 block and 3rd Street.
Okay, really good.
Yeah. And he had a well, I can't say it's a portrait. He had this figure. It was in like on a little stage, and ropes around it because they didn't want you to touch nothing. And then he had, it's like he was a mailman. He had the mailman explain, and he had his face in the head. You'd have to see it, but it was really, really interesting. And it was like a pillar. His body was like a pillar, but he had this mailman's jacket on and the mail and different stuff that mailmen do.
Yeah.
So yeah, Mr. Curry, he was in that. He had a picture of himself in there.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. I'll definitely check that out.
That's on the second floor.
Oh, it's on the second floor. Okay.
Yeah, the second floor.
Good.
Because we had a tour.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. Huh. Well, they did open up the Hattie and George Love library out off of 29th Street. And I don't know, Brother Chris, if you can find some pictures of that wonderful
29th
ceremony.
Street?
Yeah, on 29th Street. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is. You go down by John Harrison, you go around to where True Value and all that stuff is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where that library is located.
Okay.
They changed the name and had a ceremony just last week or earlier this week, one or two. But the George and Hattie Love library. Yeah, fantastic. And I heard that was really well done. And then also, what else was coming up? I mentioned NAACP Axel kids. They did real well. No one got a medal except the one young lady who got the $10,000 scholarship.
Ooh.
And so that was great. Her sister got it 2 years ago, and then she got it this year. So.
And what did she do? What was her performance?
She did 3 things. I think she did sculpture. I know she did sculpture for one. And then did she do dance or something else? I forget exactly what she went for.
Okay.
But she won the gold medal in one category. Came closer to winning in the second category. I forget what it was, but she didn't win, but she did, she did get a medal for sculpting. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah. Her mom and dad are both pharmacists. They're my pharmacist, East Shore Pharmacy. Yeah, so they went out to, gotta support the kids, so yeah. Yep.
Good.
Yeah. Did you have anything you wanted to read or lift up tonight, Nanette?
I was just looking through some of my stuff. And of course, my birthday is next month.
Oh, okay.
So I'll be, oh Lord, 79, Lord willing.
Yes, Cody. That's
but when I look back over my life and, you don't see it coming, you think, you don't even think 79. You don't think 50 when you're young.
That's so true.
But it's coming.
Whether we like it or not.
Yeah, so I think I did this before, and it was called Aging or What? I just did this in 2023, and I wrote this because I've been seeing different things because I'm getting up there.
That's right. I'm telling you. And that's the thing. We start putting things in perspective,
Yeah.
At life differently. Yes, indeed.
So these are some of the things I've been discovering. I didn't talk about my arthritis yet.
Please don't. Oh, good gracious.
But I'll talk about these few things that I've noticed so far. I got to add on to this probably.
One thing you've done well, though, you used to, I don't know if you still do, you worked out quite well. You used to go to the gym and do some things. I'm like, go ahead now.
Well, I've been doing yoga in the morning too. I like that because that's the deep breathing and sort of like a little meditation, quiet time. So I do that off the TV because they have some for seniors chair.
I saw that
chair yoga and stuff. So yeah, and I enjoy that because I got to keep moving. If I don't keep moving,
that's what I got to do too because
it will. I mean, you'll keep on aching because it was 2 days I woke up with this hip pain, and you could hardly walk. But then after I got moving and, doing a little stretching and stuff, it went
Yeah.
away.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's
So
good.
you gotta keep moving.
Gotta keep moving. I want to give hats off to Brother Joe Summers. He was in town
Who's this?
last Saturday. Joe Summers.
Oh,
Yeah, he's up at the Camp Curtin Y. He was at the Camp Curtin Y and director and founder of the Black Achievers Program. And he got national recognition for that program. And then, when he left, he went down to, I think it was North Carolina, to be a executive director of a Y down there. But he didn't get along with the staff and decided that too many of them had applied for the same job. And so they were kind of jealous that they brought in somebody and all this stuff, So he decided to look for overseas, doing some work. And he was thinking of Africa, which he does a lot of work in Africa. But he landed a job in China.
wow.
Called Jining, China. Jining, China.
Mm.
And he's been there for about 18, 19 years, married a Chinese lady, and they came here to the United States, and now they're on the way to Egypt, and he's touring the States here, but they're gonna go to Egypt and some other place too he went to. Okay, there's a picture. Yeah, I took that
Oh,
picture.
I did see that. I seen that, I think in a magazine or either Facebook or
That was on
something.
Facebook. Yeah, I put it on Facebook there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I did read that.
Yeah, there you go. That's me standing there. Now, the gentleman that's holding the baby, he actually lived in China with Joe. I mean, not with Joe, but I mean, he lived in China. He's from Africa, and he's a physician, I believe. And then he also, what happened to the picture there? Okay.
That was his wife and child, the young man.
Oh, yeah, that was his wife standing next to him, I believe, and then his child. Maybe his wife was taking the picture. I got to see that again. Yeah, his wife was taking the picture, I believe. Just kind of sure. Can you bring that up again, Brother Chris? I don't know if you can. But yeah, really, it was nice for him we did it out at 900 South Arlington and set it up where, people just come. He was there from like 48. Yeah, okay, now the lady that's next to him, the white female there, she was in China as well. She speaks fluent Mandarin Chinese. She actually lives in Texas. She came all the way up just to, she's up this way. And she came up to see Joe because they worked together in China. And so did this gentleman that's holding the baby. So it was like a reunion there. And then the lady standing next to her is Mimi, that's Joe's wife. And she has her own store there in Jining, China. And then the lady that's on the far end, she is the wife of the gentleman holding the baby.
Okay.
And she was really a delightful person, yeah. And then, of course, you see Pat next to Joe, and that's my wife, of course. And then the little lady in front of Joe is his granddaughter. He actually picked her up in Detroit and let her travel with. They're going to go to all these different states, and then he's going to take her back to Detroit. Then they're going into Egypt and someplace else. They were also in Istanbul.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Okay, can you show some more pictures there? I don't know if there's any more pictures to show. Okay, yeah, there you go. All right.
I remember him from years back.
Yeah, great guy. He did a lot of good work with that Black Achievers Program. And then he's been in China now for 18 years, I believe.
Wow.
18 years. So, real interesting.
Just love it.
Yeah. So let's get back to the Zil powder here. The Zil, I noticed there was a couple things on TV, and every time you turn around, they're saying Trinidad, Tobago. And that's been the Olympics. They had the Olympics been going on. I love the Olympics, by the way. I love the competition, man. Oh man.
I kind of miss out on a lot. I know I watch a little bit, but I like the heats, the races, but I think I miss out most of it.
Yeah. I heard the United States really bombed out in the 4x100. They missed the baton passes and everything. And we usually win that race hands down. Not this year. Oh well. Here's what it is. Yeah, if you miss that handoff, you're in bad shape. But all the things that I love to see the men's basketball game, they came back and beat Serbia, but they were down by 17 points. And they came back and won that thing. Women did a great job. They won. And now they're both playing tomorrow, Saturday, for the gold medals, both of them.
Oh, okay.
And I think they're both playing from France. you know,
Oh, wow.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Is
so
it over
it'll be
tomorrow?
something else. The Olympics,
Is it
I think
over
it's over on
tomorrow?
Sunday. I think it's Sunday is
Oh,
the
Sunday?
closing ceremony
Okay,
on Sunday, yeah.
okay.
Yeah, they may have some competition on Sunday too, I'm not sure. But the closing ceremony is on Sunday.
I love those races.
Me too. Oh my goodness. Love those races.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
It's like
And
they
the 100
flying,
meters, huh?
like they flying. They were going so fast.
Flying. Yes, they are. Boy. Mm. Yes, indeed. Yeah. But Lizelle, what's going on up in New York? Anything culturally exciting that we should know about?
Um, there may be a lot of stuff going on, but due to how I was doing my stuff, I didn't really catch up on anything
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah.
exciting. Yeah.
I do know, I think it's September the 10th or somewhere around there, they're having the Harlem Book Fair. And I would highly encourage anybody and everybody to go to the Harlem Book Fair. If you could. How far away are you from Harlem, Lizelle?
Oh, it's a good way, maybe an hour.
It's
or
September
50.
the 7th,
September
Saturday.
7th. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
Could be an hour or more because I have to go into Penn Station, take the subway, I think.
Okay. Just to get
I
to Harlem.
went there already, but I had to figure out exactly the route again. I forgot how to get there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I remember taking a subway to a certain spot and,
Mm, yeah.
getting there. Maybe
Yeah.
about an hour or more.
But if you ever get a chance to go up, it's a wonderful, it's free to go to. It's outside. Even the inside venues are all free, you know. Now when it comes down to buying books or food and all that, you know, you have to pay for that, but just to go, it's nice. Very nice. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It used to be bigger, larger, more, you know, spread out. It's come down some, but they still do a great job. Yeah. You get a chance to see the Apollo Theater, Magic Johnson's movie theater, been in that many times. And
I saw the Apollo Theater. That's the one with the stars, with the different stars in front.
it has what out front?
Like the stars.
Superstars.
They have the
Star?
celebrity names on in stars or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
By the
Probably.
Apollo Theater, I think.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they definitely had that, sure. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, well, anyhow, I hate to see the fall get here because after the fall, I like the fall, but after the fall comes old man winter again. Man, that guy. I'm like,
I'm not looking
man.
forward to that at all. Right now, we are getting,
Yeah,
I think they say the tail end of Debbie. I don't know, but we are raining right now.
yeah, Debbie, she's laid it down. Hasn't she? That rain has been incredible. I saw a number of trees fell down. It's like,
Yeah, in
wow.
Harrisburg, a lot of things happening with how trees and flooded streets and
Yes, yeah.
roofs coming off and all that stuff.
Yeah, person that's a good friend, and also she is the head of the counseling agency I'm working for, at least for the outpatients. And she said that she had a number of trees fall down. She said they're going to be trying to clean up and cut up those trees for a long time. She said so many came down in her area, and they knocked down wires, and some of the wires, of course, knocked. She said they have no electricity right now where she is because all the wires were knocked out. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
even in Edgemont, well, Barbara Brandt said she didn't have electricity, so she lives out Edgemont.
yeah,
She was hoping it come back on soon.
absolutely. That's dark out there without electricity now. That is dark, dark. Woof. Yeah, but that's cool though. You know, we know the people working on it. That's the main thing. People are stepping up and stepping in.
I
Yeah.
picked up this brochure while I was at the museum. It's a Harrisburg Art District. And it talks about Let Us Entertain You. It has all the venues and stuff like that that are connected with art and performance venues and art galleries and murals and all that stuff.
Wonderful.
And yeah, it's a brochure that I picked up. And it names the different, it has a map in here. It even has the Broad Street Market too.
Nice.
And some of the theaters, most of the theaters that are located in Harrisburg.
Wow.
And yeah, this is pretty interesting.
Yeah. Now, is it a good representation of multicultural, you know,
Oh, yeah. Yep.
good?
Yep. Museums and art galleries, and it names all of them that are located in Pennsylvania. Even the Pennsylvania Representative Archives. It talks about, where you can, and Pennsylvania State Capitol Complex, the State Museum, of course, Whitaker Center, Harris and Cameron Mansion. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Where exactly is that located?
Let me see. I would have to look on here. It's number 19.
Yeah,
I would have to look on the map
about that.
here.
Okay.
But it has like 65 different topics and locations and murals and
Yeah.
monuments and all that kind of stuff.
It is a gentleman who did a statue of Martin Luther King, and I don't think he actually did it. I think he found it, and it was way back in the woods, not between Harrisburg and Stilton. And when you're going into Stilton, it's back in the woods, and so he wanted more people to know about it. He put together a brochure, and he was telling everybody about it. And so we had him come on to write his workshop, one night, and he wanted to come on our TV program. So I told him, okay, we was trying to get to him. But at that time, they, would ask us to bring on certain guests or whatever. And so he wanted to come on the worst way. And I told him, I said, well, no, we'll definitely get to you. It might take a couple months, but, we'll do it. And he kind of got frustrated and with that. But anyhow, I remember he wanted that statue to be in that brochure so bad. Did it mention the Martin Luther King Memorial or anything like that in that brochure that you have in that?
Martin Luther King Memorial?
Yeah, like a statue or something like that. It really probably it's kind of nondescript, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm glad they did it, but it's kind of way off the beaten path, And then, but he got so fired up and wedded to that, he was doing his own brochure. Don't see anything?
Soldier and Sailor Grove, Susquehanna Dawn.
Okay. Yeah.
Walnut Street Memorials, Egypt's Gate.
No, this was
that place you were talking about, Harris Cameron Mansion. That's at St. Mary's Drive and Washington Square or Washington Street.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of Washington, I will give hats off to Brother Neil Owens. Neil's usually a fixture here on our show. He had a successful book launch. His book called The Rise and Fall of the Third Reich. I think that's that.
Who is this?
And the Fourth Reich. I always say the Third Reich. The Fourth Reich. And he's a big friend here of the Wordshop, but sometimes you just got to step away and just do your own thing, and that's what he's doing right now. But he sent pictures back, and he had a great poetry, book signing. Let's put it that way, book signings. Yeah. So now, how about you, Dazelle? Have you been, pushing your books and your paintings at all?
Nothing at the moment. I just waiting for myself to just get settled, but as I still continue doing the lives. But
I missed that last thing you said.
Huh?
I missed the last thing that you said.
I said nothing at the moment, but I am still doing the lives on mornings. Okay. Just waiting to when I get settled, then I will be able to paint and get out there with stuff.
I picked up Savvy Seniors. We're going to be doing Ro Brady's Coco, June, and Millennium. Yeah. She's going to be coming to see, there's that agent thing. She's gonna be coming to the Salvation Army on the 29th of this month for our book club, and we should be finished her book by then, so we can discuss. Well, it's mostly poetry and stuff. Yeah. But I just picked it up today, so I'll be trying to go through that until we meet with her.
I'll let her get it.
I know she's excited about that because last week I think she mentioned it. Yeah, that's great. I'm glad she's coming. And I'll
also have her Black Wall Street paper. They had a lot of them in the market today.
Okay, I gotta get
Yeah.
some. Yeah, I'll pick some up tomorrow, hopefully.
Yeah. They had quite a few, and that's interesting. And Nicole's in there.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna talk to her about getting me in there.
Well, make that happen. Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
the
Who
first-
wrote
Maybe
that
I
piece
could
with
write some
Nicole?
poems if she wants, put some poems in there.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, because it's not a lot of pages right now.
No, it's never. Yeah, it's always kind of a small paper. She calls it a magazine. I said, okay.
Yeah, but you learn stuff because I didn't know about this Joshua Robinson, Pastor
Yeah.
Robinson,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
all the
yeah.
work that he done with these kids and stuff.
That's right. Yeah.
That is
About
so
that.
interesting.
It is. Did they have a piece in there about Terry Martinez?
Who?
Terry Martinez, Terry Washington, or Terry Martinez?
No, there's Tanya Daly,
Oh, that's who. Wait a
wife,
minute.
mother, and student. That you wrote that.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Terry, I did last week. I did last month. That's right. I did Tanya and also the other one you mentioned too. You mentioned someone else first. I forget who I wrote about. Anyhow, yeah, Nicole Wilkerson. I did Nicole's piece also.
Yeah.
Does it say that?
Well, at least you can get informed by getting papers and reading
That's
them.
right.
I just picked up The Berg, that magazine, that big old magazine.
Yeah, I picked that up.
They
There's a
had
nice
that at
article
the-
in there about some brothers. I think it's a fraternity that they highlight.
I didn't get a chance to go through it yet. I just picked it up today at the museum.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We did have them over at the hospital where I work. That's where I get them. They bring them over there all the time. Yeah, the bird. You know, Randy Gross is no longer with the Harrisburger magazine, and he was the editor.
Who's
And
that?
his name is Randy Gross. He's a great writer, and
Oh,
also he's written a number of plays as well as poetry and other things. His wife is also very accomplished. But anyhow, he did a great. He had set up for us to be interviewed for the Writers' Workshop, and he did a great article on us. He gave us like 3 or 4 pages too in that magazine that he puts out. But he's no longer doing that right now, so I don't know who they have now. But
well,
this hats off to Randy. Yeah.
it looks like a good article about role model missions for Harrisburg Kappa Omega fraternity brothers mentoring youth.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know some of these guys. Oh, Albie.
Yeah. Brother Elvis there.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. In fact, I remember I knew it was someone that they featured. I wasn't quite sure, but I did read that article. Yeah. Good stuff. Yeah. Let's have another poem from the Zell Powder, if you don't mind. The Zell?
All right, this one, this one is called The Melanin Cello.
Wow.
I wrote this one today.
Can't wait to hear this.
The Melanin Cello. Her strings strum to the midnight air as her body moves to the moonlight. She journeys through time as her place is her passion of love and destiny that sings in her soul. Her strings are different parts to her journey as it tunes to bring out her beauty. She stands upright as her chords sharpen to every play. Her mind is sharp as she dances to her beat. Her notes moves like the waves as her curves like ocean waters sails speaks. Her hips bounces as the cello grasps the moment. She feels love and joy as her facial features look ahead with hope. Her peers applauds as her smooth skin shines through the darkness, giving light as many doors were opened. She played on as her hands gently strum her strings that gave her freedom.
Yep.
What inspired that piece, Lizelle?
There is this this black art group called the Art Renaissance, I think. And normally they will be posting a lot of graphic paintings.
Okay.
So one of the painting was a cello, but in shape of a woman. So the cello had the shape of the body of the woman, and I saw it and I just said, you know what? That's a good piece to write about.
Yeah, that's cool. I like the way you do that. You associate things and you get inspired, and then you just sit down and write, just make it happen.
Yeah, you know,
Well
you
done.
just be creative.
Good
Be
stuff.
creative.
Mhm.
I
Yes,
can read
indeed.
one out of this book for Ro Brady, Nate.
Yeah,
I can read one of her poems. It's
I'm awake.
you wake. Let's get
I
ready
was
to
almost there. I was
smack
almost.
my fingers. I'm gonna fall asleep on us. It's not 9 o'clock yet.
I was almost gone. They say
This one is called Push Through. This is by Ro
goodbye.
Brady in her book.
All right,
Okay.
let's
Black
hear it.
women's how you say that word? Diaspora.
Yeah, some people say diaspora. That's diaspora. Yeah. But
Okay.
yeah, diaspora. Yeah.
Mister, don't tell me to smile. Don't you see this emotional labor that I'm pushing through has not brought me any offsprings of comfort? Push through, you say. Push through. Child, this Black woman full of weary burdens is looking to the earth, the place where I find the strength to endure. Push through, you say. This Black woman wait on a high for a breakthrough. Push through. The afterbirth of humanity is stillborn. It lies dormant in the earth's womb, waiting for the day when it is crowned in equality, solidarity, and expulsion of a racial disparity. Breakthrough, push through. Don't let us forget the cord of injustice that has been tied around our neck. Here in this place of pain is where I give birth to the infant of hope. It is saddled tightly in a new day. Push through, pull through, rise, shine. Feel the joy of the emotional labor. Smile. Okay, that was a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ro Bradley. Yeah. So, and you
Sound
read
like
it well
Ro.
too. Thank
Sound
you.
like Ro.
Yes.
That's her. That was her. No question. And where did you find the book? Did she just bring copies out to the?
Salvation Army, they're giving them to all of us that are in the book club.
Nice.
They ordered them and she's giving them to each person. Free of
Fantastic.
charge.
Fantastic. Yeah. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's good stuff. And when you read that in the Zell too, I'd like you both to comment. What do you think the subject was about, and what was the story about? I'll say it that way.
Mine was, I think, about the struggle to survive and hope and
Yeah. I would say the same thing too.
as a woman,
And
looking through the
yeah.
woman's eyes, because we got to do a lot of pushing through as mothers,
Yeah.
wives,
Yeah.
workers. We got to push through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. To keep
Made me think of childbirth. Quite frankly, I was thinking, push, like childbirth, but you're pushing through, and you are giving birth to a new whatever. Because if you allow the problem to stop you, then you don't see the dawning of a new day or new possibilities. So it's sort of like you're birthing yourself again. You're being renewed, if you will. Yeah.
And she brought that in there. That was good. She brought that in there because, I mean, as women, we're the one that had the babies.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
And we got to push through. And
yeah.
sometimes the child is stillborn or still, and those things happen.
Yeah.
That's why I thank every day, God, that I'm a man. Oh, thank you, Lord. I don't want to go through all that.
I don't know which one's better. I don't know which one's worse. I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. Right on. Kamala Harris, I'm voting for Kamala just so everybody knows.
No doubt.
Unabashedly.
No
I'm with her.
doubt.
I'm with her.
Because that other person is insane.
Thank you.
No, they had a program in my country and they were talking about that. And they were talking about a whole lot of thing about that as part of the prophecy, that is part of the prophetic time, all sorts of things. So I don't know. You know, everybody have the different views.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they're looking at it as what will be implemented, you know, when she is, if she's becoming the president. So everybody with their mixed feelings and, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know.
In the United States, the same way. You know, I'm surprised that how many African Americans still follow Trump. That's just, I'm like, really? But anyway.
Oh yeah, he had one campaign on there where he had all these black people in the audience, in the back of it.
Yeah,
I said, what the world?
I'm like, how much do you pay these folks? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was wondering if he paid them.
I know. Like, come on now. Unbelievable.
All them black faces.
Now he was you know, running scared, so now he's gonna debate, you know, Kamala, at least on September the 10th. He wants to do 3
He ain't did it yet, so you know, he said he gonna do it.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah, he claims he's gonna do it. He almost has to do it to save face, though. If he, you know, pushes out of that, people gonna say, "Oh, he's afraid," you know, whatever. But no, it'll be interesting. Very interesting.
He's a manipulator.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
I said he's a manipulator. He's a smart man. He's cunning.
Oh,
He's still a little insane.
He's devilish. I'm not sure.
The devil's in him.
Yeah, he's devilish. I'm not sure he's so smart, but he does get away with a lot of stuff. Brother Chris, can you play the last video of the day for us? I think you had one more in the can. I could be wrong. Oh, here we go. Good.
This is actually the picture of Neil at the mahogany.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Who is this at?
Mahogany.
Neil Owens.
Yeah, I know it's Neil, but I was wondering where it's at.
Wasn't it Washington, Dr. Gadsden, or?
Yeah, Washington, D.C., right outside of Washington, D.C., yep.
Oh, he was pushing his book?
Yep.
Oh, okay. What's the title of it, you know? What's it say?
The rise and fall of the Third Reich, or just the rise of the Third Reich? Let me see.
The Fourth Reich.
I keep saying the third, the Fourth Reich. That's right.
Okay.
And the Mirrors of Life, the one he has in his hand too, 1 and 2.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, the rise and fall of the Fourth Reich, and also Mirror of Life. Yeah, go ahead now. I wonder who the lady is standing with him.
I have the slightest idea, sir.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I wonder.
Maybe a
The
customer.
gentleman sitting down. Oh, okay. Here's George and Hattie Love's the library that they named after George and Hattie Love. You know, yeah, this is great.
Where's that at?
And who is this here? Okay, that was the poet probably. But yeah, they had a wonderful celebration. My wife went out and she said all the Harrisburg showed up, and it was really well done. And I went to school with Karen, their daughter, and everything. And so, I was happy for her. And her brother came up from Florida. And yeah. Now, who's this brother here? And it's the sister or the brother? I'm not sure. Let me see.
So where's the location?
It's off of 29th. It's on 29th Street. So if you go down, like, go up Market Street?
Near the library.
Yes, the library. They renamed the library.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they renamed the library. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they really gave a lot of credit to, oh boy, I'm gonna mess up her name. Come on. I hate when I do that. I'm looking right at her too. But anyhow, they said she's the one who came up with the idea and then really pushed it, and they really honored her. Anyhow, she did a lot of work for the Axel this year too. But they were great people. I have to give them both credit. Very nice people, smart. So who do we have on the screen here now, Brother Chris? Is that the next poet?
Yes, sir. The last poet, a gentleman by the name of Rhyme Sonny.
Okay, very good.
Man is just like the wiper. We are meant to clean the stains in our windscreens for a greater journey. Man is fragile like the fiber. But with good optics, we can connect the world in a way that is not even funny. So white part plus 5 bar equals Wi-Fi. Ask me why, I ask why. You see, we are meant to network locally in a higher frequency with respect to protocol. We are meant to build relationships that can land at any port of call. They say no man is an island, and life without friends is like living on a desert land. Friends don't mind if you're wearing rags or using Louis Vuitton bags. Friends come in either as expensive as a prince's robe or as cheap as a beggar's bag. Friends don't display their price tags, so you have to be careful when picking one from the shelf. But to get the best of friends, you have to be the best version of yourself. Two friends should always be seen building true friendship. True friendship here refers to a tunnel, two ends. Each end is a true end that leads to the heart of true friends. The trends today shows two types of friends. The one who will come and spend time at your end every weekend, and the one who will pretend to end the come with you on a weekday but pick it up on the weekend. When you are meek and they see you as a liar. When you are weak and you need somebody to lean on. When you speak and people try to pick on. When you seek and there's nothing to find. The word that comes to mind is a true friend. True friends are not really hard to find. We have become difficult to be refined. We find it difficult to leave our past behind. We have become unkind to our fellow mankind. We walk holding the grind like we are blind. We forget that we are one of a kind, and is a true friend who can give us our peace of mind. And my peace of mind is: get your past behind. Forgive yourself. Find ways to bind. Don't stress yourself. Find time to unwind. Friends come in different types. Let's find way to align. Friends are gold. Let's find way to mind. An honest witness does not deceive, but false witness pours out lies. Walk with the wise and become wise. A true friend will chop when you blow, but will also help you grow. A true friend is the one who walks in when the rest of the world walk out, not the one who believes in you whilst harboring a lot of doubts. When you are left alone on stage, a true friend will stand in the crowd and shout you out. I am not an expert and I don't expect my friends to be perfect. I only expect a little respect from my friends who think they are perfect. A friend is that instant constant that one needs to move a distance. For instance, the person who is always there to help even when you don't need an assistant. Friends know no distance. Friends are consistent and constant. Adamphobia so day, being so asombre. Adamphobia ni edin ebi so pebre. Adamphobia ma ye de oni ni boko so atafre. Modam pa ba ko so premusu esre enye de oni ni besu awie no akosre oni ni besane awie no akochichire. Adamphonye de opam obetete obo obehwete ofo obegye. Memfa adamfo ginjan. Adamfo ya hantan wo ofu be ban. Ofro obetwe asan. Sa adamfo no ye metan. Ebi na oni ni san atwesan. Madamfo, mendwiri se obetima dane watamfo odofo ma number ye wadamfo. Odofo betima be watamfo so betima be odofo. Ye nimpo ye de beto so. Nipanye surabofo. Nanso adamfo pa ho ye na. Fashe utrimo ye wadamfo keke wanya wona. Friends don't wear your mistakes and parade them like a school attire. Friends don't sing your low points like a choir. Friends don't retire. Friends inspire. It's my prayer that you find a friend like the Messiah, and may the lifespan of that friendship never expire. If it's a dude, dear down for bit me ganye jaw. And it's up down for pad, you may come for money a jano. He is that fire that brings out the shiny effect in raw gold. On any ejano. So pull over, let him drive. And be rest assured that you will arrive. He's the beginning and the end. His friendship never ends. He's the only true friend. God loves you. God is the only true friend. Rhyme Sonny.
Well, God's the only true friend.
I like that. Yeah.
He is the only true friend.
I wonder what part of Africa he was from. Yeah, he definitely had,
Yeah.
That's well done, though.
Accent.
Yeah. Well, look, I know I am conking, and I'm so glad y'all came on to rescue, because I was getting ready to shut it down at 8 o'clock. I'm like, okay, good night, everybody. Then Brazil came on and rescued us. Then the net came on. So, hey, we made it to the finish line. Thank you both. And listen, we do have some things coming up and very soon, in fact. Where's my little briefcase here again? And I do hope that you'll come out and support some of the things. I actually brought it out and never really read it. Let me tell you real quickly here before Brother Chris kicks us out. Writers Wordshop on the September 21st. We're going to remember we took a personal perspective of our civil rights tour, featuring myself and Pat. And we may have some other special guests there as well. It's gonna be at 900 South Arlington Avenue. And we'll be talking about the tour and who we met and show pictures and all that. October the 12th, International Storytelling Festival. We used to do it at the State Museum. And we're gonna have a different venue this year, trying to make it a little bit more intimate and more storytelling-like, in terms of atmosphere. But October the 26th, we're gonna have the Trunk or Treat event. We instead of doing trick or treat, we do trunk or treat. And we will be telling you where that will take place as well. We were using the Dollar General way down on Deary Street there, but we decided to move that. And so we'll let you know where. November the 16th, Poetry and Pastries, an event that we did before, and we'll be doing that again, where we just have some snack foods like donuts.
Where's that gonna be?
That's November the 16th.
At where?
We didn't say yet. It'll probably be at
Oh.
900. We did it at 900 South Arlington before. We may do it there again or another place, but it's to be, because we are negotiating with another group that has a wonderful facility. And so we're trying to get it in the community, but someplace nice. And so we'll see. December the 14th should be our annual Kwanzaa celebration. And that'll go from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And that's always a blast. We have a good time with that. And that's annual Kwanzaa celebration, December the 14th. On December the 21st, we'll have our Christmas party with Toys for Tots giveaway. That'll be from 12 noon until 4 p.m. Christmas party with Toys for Tots giveaway. Yeah. Well, there you go, folks.
You didn't say where.
Okay.
Do you have a
No.
location for that, Toys for Tots?
No, we had it at the school district last year at
Okay.
Camp Curtin, and it was real nice. So we're talking about possibly that again, but we're also talking about the Nativity School. Nativity School has a real nice gym. Their parking isn't as great, but they do have a nice gymnasium and a room right next to the gymnasium, and that might be a really good place to have the food and all that. But we'll see. But the Camp Curtin Y was really nice because Camp Curtin School was really nice because you had a lot of parking and you never had
Yeah.
any steps. Go right in. So
It's really important for parking.
we may have to do that again. Yeah, because that parking, and a lot of older people get sick and tired of coming to events and having to walk a mile just to get in,
Right.
So I get that. Well, listen, God bless everybody. Thank you so much for coming on as always. And I'm going to go grab me something to munch on, and then I'm going
Well,
to
no, you
sleep.
need to go rest.
All right.
I need to
Go on
grub.
and
I got to get
rest.
grubbed too
That's
now.
right.
Come on. That's
That
a
munching
right.
gonna put you to
Take
sleep.
care.
yeah. Good night. See you, Lucille.
Good
Thanks for
night.
coming.
Good night.
See you,
Have a
Lucille.
good one.
Okay.
See
Thank you,
you
Brother
now.
Chris. Everybody have a blessed night.
Okay, you
Yes.
too.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Bye, Chris.
Have a good
Bye,
night.
Chris.